All right, welcome to the Free Game Don D podcast, life, family, and business. On this episode, I'm going to be talking to Michael about something that I've often said about her, and I think it's important for maybe other women to possibly possess this trait as well. I often say that Michael is strong enough to lead, but secure enough to follow. And we've never really talked about that, but I want to ask her, like, Michael, like, what is it when you hear me say that? Because I've said that, for years. We've been together for a long time. I've always said that. Like, what does that even mean to you?
What it means to me, secure enough.
Hold up. So why are you smiling so much?
Because I don't know. Whenever you make that statement, it makes me feel good. Because I feel like it's such a profound statement, and you have to actually analyze and pay attention to a person in order for you to even be able to come to that, decision or realize that about the person. So I'm blushing. So let me blush. But anyway, secure enough to lead. Strong enough to lead, but secure enough to follow. That means a lot to me because I've always counted myself as this, independent woman. I can do anything. I don't need nobody. Till I met your behind. Then I was like, oh, I need him. But I like that because you've got a very assertive type of personality, and so do I. And I just feel like as a woman, sometimes hold
on a second, Michael. I want to make sure people know this about you. You are a very assertive woman. I don't want that to escape anybody.
Am I?
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, so because of my assertiveness, or sometimes other women, because I want to speak for other women who are like me, sometimes we're assertive when we don't have to be. And it's nice to know that I am strong enough to lead, but I'm secure enough to follow, which means I can fall back. Like, I can let you lead the lions behind us. I don't have to be all up in front of you trying to lead them and you. And sometimes that's what happens in situations. The woman may be leading the man and the family. And we want the man to lead, but you have to be credible. Like, I can't just let you lead if you just willy-nilly or something, so no. What?
No, man, because I think that's powerful, because I think that and I'm one of these guys when it comes to being a man. I'm always looking at, what am I as a man not doing? Because I hear guys say, "Oh, my woman won't follow me." I'm like, "Hey, man, let's analyze your leadership first, bro." Mm-hmm. So you can't expect a woman to follow a man that is not credible.
And she won't.
Oh no, yeah, she won't. But she won't anyway. Yeah,
and she's gonna talk about you to her girls too.
You're gonna have to have a track record. So, but I love that about you, man. I love the fact that you're strong enough to lead. I could just sit back and you could actually lead. You could just do whatever, but you're secure enough to, I'm gonna say allow, because you allow me to do what I do. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say you let me be a man, but I would say that you let me do my thing.
Yeah, I let you bask in your ambiance.
I don't know if that's what it is. I mean, I don't know if it's any. That sounded great, but no. I mean, I think that when we first met, you realized, okay, this guy, he's a take charge kind of guy, but you're a take charge kind of woman. So there are some fronts that you most certainly take the lead on.
Yes.
And
I remember when I first met you, I took the lead on that. I said, "You gonna be mine." And look at you now.
I mean,
hello.
Listen, I have nothing to say. No further comments.
See, I led you to me, and then I let you lead after that. That's what that was.
Absolutely. But that's just one of the things that I love, because I think that some women have a hard time being secure enough to follow. I think I think most women are strong enough to lead. It's that secure enough to follow thing that they just not really feeling,
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
I think it's because maybe they've been let down by a man. They felt like, okay, this is somebody that I can count on to build with me, and maybe lead me in the right direction when I may be about to take the fork in the road. And then you get let down when you realize that maybe you're carrying more of the growth of the relationship than the other person. And that can be disappointing. I know that I can say that there have been instances prior to me meeting you where I was with people that I thought maybe we could build together. Maybe I could look at them as they could be my head, and realize that not only do I have to be the head, I got to be the whole body.
Well, let me ask you this.
They could be the feet.
Since you just said that, like, as a woman, when you're in and out of relationships with guys who don't have the ability to lead, you never challenged me in that way. So what made you feel comfortable to be secure enough to follow me, quote unquote? When I say follow, I'm saying that loosely, because it's not like you just follow me.
Yeah, I'm not following you blindly,
right.
But I understand the assignment, and I'm going along with it, But I think that's what it is. You exhibited that, like, from the beginning. Yeah, I chose you. I was like, it's gonna be me and you. We go together till I tell you we don't go together no more. But
you know what? Hold up. You really did do that.
I did.
I mean,
I'm not lying.
When we were dating, I called myself trying to break up with you because I had all this drama with my ex and, the kids and all this other kind of stuff, man. Guys that have gone through a divorce with kids, they understand the drama. Yeah. And I must say, after about 6 months of dating, I was like, man, this woman too good to be dealing with this. She ain't got no kids, man. This about to be drama. And I tried to break up with you, and you said that it ain't over until I say it's over. And I was like, okay, I mean, you actually kind of scared me, actually. So,
you should have been scared.
I should have. Well, I was.
Okay, I'm sorry. You okay now?
No, I'm glad I was scared.
Okay. No, but for real, to answer your question, you exhibited everything to let me know that, whatever decisions you made, they were thought out. They weren't just spur of the moment. I felt like you thought about the pros and cons and approached it that way before you made a well thought over decision on which way to go, to the left, to the right, straight, or backwards. And with that, and me seeing that you were calculated in your decisions, that gave me, the not the benefit, but that gave me the certainty that, you know what, I think he knows what he's doing. Let's see, let's see where this goes. And I'll be the first to say, and I'll tell anybody, you have yet to lead me in a direction that I didn't want to be in. To and including when we were talking about blending the families and, the ups and downs and all of that. Still, I followed you through the storm. Wow. And we made it to the sunshine.
I'm be honest, man. I'm sitting there just listening to that. I'm just like, man, that's a lot of pressure, bro. You got to always show up, man. So, wow. We never talked about this. We're talking about this for the first time today, man. But that's a lot of pressure to know that people expect you to always show up.
Mm-hmm. And I think the thing is, you expect yourself to always show up. So that's the thing. And I think that's what makes it so, can gel so well with us and make it so good with us, because not only are you expecting yourself to show up and that's your ownness, that's what you put on yourself. I do the same thing. I'm not just leaning on you to show me the right direction or to make a decision. When we come together about stuff, we talk about it and we formulated decisions separately and then bring it together and make it make sense.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I like to tell the people, like, shout out to Michael. Like I say, she's strong enough to lead, but secure enough to follow. But we talk about everything though, so it's not like I'm like, hey, this is what we're doing, and we just go do it.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that you base following me on a track record, right? A track record of success, of doing things that may have been hard, custody, just buying homes, whatever it is we're doing, business. When you go into trust with a man, you have to make sure that, man, you got to make sure this is a man you can really trust, because you could be in a bad situation messing around with some of these guys. So I know a lot of my male friends, when they talk about this kind of stuff, I say, hey, man, just make sure that you're someone that she can follow. I have 2 daughters. I would never tell my daughters to follow a man blindly. Make sure that man has proven that he's someone worthy of you even following him. You have to protect yourself as a woman. So, it's a lot of times when I say that, I always wonder, like, what do you make out of that? And but it's just one of those things that I just truly believe about you. You just truly secure enough to follow it. And like I said, you've been let down by a lot of guys prior to being with me. So you could have just said, hey, I'm done with this. I am not following another man anywhere. But you said that. I guess I exuded that, and I guess that's important for a woman. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be able to kind of sit back and watch how a guy moves, and then from that decide if that's a guy that you would want to, follow, quote unquote.
Yeah. And that's exactly how it, at least for me, that's the way I looked at it. Because I felt like I got me, and all I've ever had to worry about was me, because I didn't have any children or anything like that. My grandmother was still in my life. So it was like, okay, I just got to worry about me and my grandma. As long as we good, we good. You know what I'm saying? But I also did understand that it is important that if you are going to have someone in your circle, meaning, a boyfriend, a significant other, even friends, like, you got to bring something to the table. I got to be able to trust you. You may not make all the right decisions, but are you thinking about what you're doing before you're doing? Are you recognizing that, okay, this is not working, so let me pivot before I get too deep in the deep end of the pool? I'm not trying to drown. Let me tiptoe my way back to where I'm above water, and let's try this again. And so you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, but anything that's well thought out and thought out not only for the betterment of just yourself, but those that it would affect. And I think that's what stuck out to me. Decisions that you made were never just for you. They were, when we were dating, they were for you and what was going to be the best for your daughters, And then once we got, serious and, you put a ring on it, then it was like, okay, what's going to be best for myself, my daughters, and my lady, my fiance. And then once we got married, it was like, what's going to be good for my wife, myself, my kids, but you just always kept that into, in the forefront. And that's important because, like, that's what I was doing, but my problem is I was doing that for people that they weren't even worthy of the title. Like, I'm just looking out for us straight off the bat, But you showed me that I'm looking out for myself. I'm looking out for my kids. And, if you get where you need to be, I can look out for you too. You know what I mean? But you were looking out for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, on the low level.
Yeah. Listen, man. And that's the secure enough to follow piece. But the strong enough to lead piece is the one that I appreciate actually more than being secure enough to follow. Because I know that if I'm unavailable to make a good decision for this family, but you're there, it's still gonna be a great decision for the family. You've exuded full competence when it comes to doing anything that's in the best interest of the whole collective group. And so I appreciate that. So I mean, everybody wants a woman that's secure enough to follow, but I really appreciate the fact that you're strong enough to lead. Because some men don't have never really had a woman that is secure enough to lead, and they may feel even threatened by that. But I love the fact that I think it's sexy. So I love having a woman that is strong, that we make decisions together. A lot of times we may not do something because our personality may be so strong. Maybe some of our friends would think, "Oh, well, Donald must didn't want to do it." No,
A lot of times it'd be me.
Y'all don't know this woman, man.
He come to me with something before he can even finish it. No,
She said, "I didn't want to do it anyway."
We're not doing it. Nope. Tell him no. Nope.
Yes, tell him no.
Tell him no.
So I love that about you. And of course, that trickles over to business.
Yes.
Our employees and our broker partners, they have full confidence in Michael Doe to be able to do whatever needs to be done. And it's a beautiful thing having a woman that is strong enough to lead. And so I just wanted to kind of just talk to you about that a little bit. I mean, I see how you're looking at me. I mean, so yeah. So I see what time it's going to be tonight. But
oh my goodness! I'll
saying.
lead you in that too. Then okay.
Well, let's do it then.
Anyway, but no, I do want to piggyback on that lead part. Mainly because like I do also feel like sometimes men feel like they've got to make all the decisions. They've got to be the one to just, I got to handle it all on myself, and they may not share it with their partner. There are times when I'm sure with the kids, you see things that I don't see because I'm in it and you're looking outside at the situation, and vice versa, and even in business. So there have been times where the question was brought to you as far as a decision to be made. And I'm like, nah, this is what you say. This is what we're going to say. Or you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say, don't even worry about it. I'll take that one. Tag me in, like wrestler. So I think that that's good too, because you shouldn't have, when you're in a relationship or even in a business relationship, you should not have to carry the burden of everything. You should be able to feel comfortable enough to be able to share or confident that if I can't do this, I know this person can. If I can't get to that right now and they're closer, they can handle it. They can handle that situation.
I think that's important, Michael, because I think that sometimes the man may feel like, his wife isn't, she's not able to handle certain things. And the same thing goes for the wife. I mean, she may make decisions. You hear guys saying all the time, "Oh, she thinks she's a man," or maybe she's always had to be one. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's never been with a man. Have you ever thought about, "Oh, she want to be a man"? Maybe she's had to be a man. Mm-hmm. So I mean, when I met you, I mean, you were doing it all. I mean, you were dating guys by your definition that were boys, and you felt like you had to do a lot for them, and then you met me, and it was different. So that was a little bit of a transition for you. I mean, you were not used to what I brought to the table. I wasn't used to what you brought to the table. So it was an adjustment for us both, but it certainly was a happy adjustment. But yeah, the strong enough to lead part has been vital for our relationship, because you want to know that. If you can't do something, that somebody can just step in and make a competent decision, whether it's personally, emotionally, financially, whether it's personal or business, that you or your husband, whoever answers the bell when the other one isn't around, it's going to get answered in a way that is going to be reflective of how either one of us would have handled it. So. Yeah, I think that says a lot, man. So if you're a woman out there, it's very important to be strong enough to lead and secure enough to follow. But if you're a man, make sure you're someone worthy
of following.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, she's just going to drag you along. And we know about dead weight, right?
Hey, we know all about dead weight.
Cut off.
At some point, dead weight is going to get cut.
Yes. But no dead weight here.
Absolutely. This is going to conclude this episode of Free Game Don D, Life, Family, and Business.